Hello and welcome to the Hollola Medieval Stone Church. We are in luck today because we're going to have an expert who knows all about this place. So let's get going and find out all its secrets. We are here in dedicated Virgin Mary's Holy Church in Hollola, which dates back to the medieval times. And here we have Kyösti Toivonen, who is the guide for the church, who is going to tell us a little bit about the church. So you mentioned that this has a special structure.
That's right, yes. This is one of the biggest of our medieval churches. We have about 100 churches from the medieval centuries. And this is one of the biggest of those, and especially in that sense that there are 4 pillars dividing the church to 2 parts. So this is the biggest, widest church with just 2 naves. So that you can notice that there are 4 pillars dividing the church to 2 parts. It's surprising. Why? Why? We know that the masons were so talented that they managed to make so large walls so that only 4 pillars were needed. Yes.
And you're going to show us the altar next.
That's right.
Okay, let's go.
The church started its journey as a Catholic church and was converted to a Lutheran one after the Reformation of the 1500s.
And here we are at the altar.
That's right. We have altogether 36 wooden statues from the Catholic period. So you can notice that we have 12 crosses here on the walls. Each of them represents 1 apostle.
What is this thing that looks like a shadow of the altar painting?
Okay, it is a shadow. It's not a shadow, it's a fake shadow. Just to make it bigger. This tells about the time 1155 when Bishop Henrik arrived Finland to baptize Finns.
And peasant Lalli later on murdered him.
That's right, yes.
Why did he murder him?
Lalli was somewhere else, and Bishop visited the home and asked food, and most probably he paid. But when Lalli came back home, the wife told that there has been somebody who didn't pay, and so Lalli was angry and went after him and killed him.
A little radical for non-payment of food.
Yes, our national murderer.
Horrible. And then what about these emblems here?
These coat of arms are from the 17th century.
Wars were raging in Europe. Estonia and Latvia were part of Sweden, but were owned by German nobles. They were fighting for the King of Sweden and were rewarded for their efforts with big farms in Finland and hence moved there.
And they had a custom that when a nobleman died, his coat of arms was carried in the funeral procession and then left to church. And in this case, this huge coat of arms has belonged to Colonel Dietrich von Essen.
And we have these wooden sculptures.
Okay, this one is St. Henrik, our patron saint, and his murderer here, Olli.
That's his murderer?
Yes.
Why is he down there?
Henrik is stepping on him. So he won, not him.
And this lady here?
Brigitte, patron saint of Sweden. And Finland was part of Sweden, so as well as she was our patron saint too. We have the first organ already 1650. It has been very, very special indeed. We don't know which kind of organ. These are the number 4. from 1993, this organ.
Jesus' grandmother is depicted with Mary. At some point, someone has stolen Jesus himself.
And here's another artifact that is famous here is the chalice.
Yes, yes. It's from the early 14th century already, and it's finished granite.
Is it still being used for baptismal?
Yes.
And these sculptures here?
Yes, there's Maria from Magdala, Barbara, and Catherine from Alexandria, and here is Pietà. This is perhaps the most valuable piece of art in the church.
What period are these from?
This is from 1430, this one. And these are a little bit not so old.
And this time Jesus is still there.
That's right.
500 years ago, this was the easternmost Greystone church of Finland. It was built between 1495 and 1510, and it has been in continuous use ever since.
Brigitte, patron saint of Sweden.
There are 10 sculptures behind us. What are those sculptures?
They represent different countries in Europe. They tell that Christian faith is universal. From this side, the first is King of Norway. Second is Laurentinus from Rome. Then Bishop of Paris, Saint Denis. Then Catherine from Alexandria, Egypt. And then Apostle Jacob the Older from Santiago de Compostela.
He looks like a seaman or Napoleon or something.
That's right. And then on the other side of the pillar is Saint Henrik, patron saint of Finland. Then unknown bishop. He has lost his document. And then the third one is one of apostles, we don't know who. And then the first martyr, Saint Stephen. And then the last one is Apostle John.
Remarkable that you could remember them without even looking at them.
I have been here so many times. Yes, this is the biggest dragon of Finland, and I guess biggest wooden horse too. He's St. George. He's the patron saint of Russia. All this war, which is now going, they say that patron Georgios is helping them. But he is patron saint of England, in Catalonia, Malta, Georgia, Sweden, etc., etc. So he was born in Cappadocia, in central Turkey, the 4th century already. So he's patron saint in both Eastern and Western churches. And here we got St. George statue here to protect Finland when Russia actually started to build the empire. 1478.
The Queen of Heaven.
Yes, Virgin Mary.
I had never heard her being referred to that way.
Yes, crown, yes. And his Maria from Magdala. And here, Christ himself. We still have about 800 wooden statues from the medieval centuries in this country. Most of them are in museums, but we have more than any other church in our church, not in museums.
These are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What is amusing is that child Jesus is here, but he looks like a grown-up man.
That's right, yes.
He doesn't have the big head of a baby or the body of a baby. He looks like a grown-up.
That's right. And here we have something very special. This bench is for women who have illegitimate babies, for example, or
Sinful women had to sit here and be shamed until the early 1800s. Men suffered other forms of punishment.
And what is this big door here?
this is the original door. Now it was getting old, and then we got a new one where you can see these symbols. If you can't come here, you can see it better. This church is St. Mary's Church, and French lily is her symbol. And then this is rose, and 5 small roses represent Christ. And then there's a triple rope, never-ending rope, with symbol of eternity. And here's a symbol of eternity: sunrise, sunset, never-ending.
And when was this new door built?
This is 10 years old. This door to the church itself is the oldest continuously in use, so over 500 years, and it's from 3 pieces, very, very huge tree. And this is dedicated to Hubertus. Saint Hubertus, he was patron saint of riders, hunters, and forest animals. So he met Christ in the form of a deer with huge cross in his head. And then these other animals represent his function as a patron saint of riders, hunters, and forest animals.
And this was built in Finland?
Yes, yes, yes.
And concluding our tour, here we are looking at something much more modern than the rest of the church.
That's right. Very, very modern indeed. It's only 200 years old.
And tell me about this
It
steeple.
represents Empire imperial style, which we got from Russia. Finland was part of Russia at that time, and it's perhaps the highest wooden bell tower in this country, and we are proud of it. Yes.
Well, this has been a wonderful tour. Thank you
Okay.
very much, Kyösti Toivonen, who is the guide here at the Hollola Church, a beautiful medieval church in southern Finland. I hope you liked this video and found it informative. If you did, please click like and subscribe to see more videos like this from Finland. I'll see you next time.
Welcome to Hollola. Thank you for your coming here.